Hello and welcome back. I'm DinXy and we continue with The Raven, Legacy of a Master Thief, Chapter 2 walkthrough. I love the music. So we were inside the museum where the gallows will be held, with the second eye of whatever is still there, while the first one is being taken by the Master Thief, the Raven, who is presumably dead, but I think it's not. And I don't know who's Miss Miller, but I guess I'll talk to her. Make small chat. Short hair.
Miss Miller, I'm glad to see you here.
Oh, Constable Zellner. I heard what happened to you on board.
Constable
Awful, truly
Zellner.
awful.
All's well that ends well. You are waiting for Professor Lucien?
What? Who the hell's that? Now what?
Tomorrow you'll be sailing down the Nile, if I heard correctly.
Really?
That's right. I'm sure it will be an amazing experience.
But
Wow.
you don't seem to be very excited.
Oh, but I am. It's very generous of Lady Westmacott to invite me, and especially Matty. He'll learn a lot.
Who the hell's
But-
Matty?
Well, Professor Lucien offered to join us.
Then Matt will learn even more. And I'm sure it
Professor
won't be
Lucien?
unpleasant for you either.
No, I just don't know how Matty would react if Edgar came with us.
I understand.
Who the hell's Edgar?
I could test the water to see how he'd feel about it.
Would you do that? Oh, thank you, Constable Zellner.
I guess I'll do that.
Were you able to find out why Professor Lucien left the forecastle so suddenly last night?
No, not really. We only had a brief conversation. He was still very nervous.
He was like that on the train as well. Seems to be typical of him.
It must be something to do with the burglary at the museum. It really affected him. But he
Really?
told me not to worry about anything. He said soon this would all be over.
Really? How did he mean that?
Oh, I didn't ask him, Constable.
Spill your guts in front of me.
Are there other passengers from the ship here?
Oh, yes, we arrived as a group. David Kreutzer,
Really?
the violinist, was with us. So were Miss Myers and Mr. Inch.
Yes, I
He
saw
seems
Mr.
to have
Inch.
gotten over the death of the Baroness pretty quickly. He seems positively relaxed.
What, really?
I've met him. He looks on the bright side of life, so to speak. Where is Mr. Kreutzer?
He's over in the treasure chamber. Maddie is downstairs in the main hall. I'm afraid I'll hear the sound of something priceless shattering any second.
Matt will be careful, Miss Miller. I'll continue my tour of the museum.
Yes,
Yes, there's so much to see.
indeed. So I guess we were on a cruise, and then... what the hell? Enter the guard room. Go to the rear area. Maybe we should have gone to the guard room. What? Where? I guess that's the main area. Wow. So much to see. Go up. Okay, Egypt. The hell is this?
Ah, I've heard of this. Desert glass.
What?
In the great sand sea of the Libyan desert, there's a region where natural glass is found. Nobody knows how it formed. The valuable material was often used for jewelry in ancient Egypt.
Wow. Must be a lot of heat, I guess. What's this? A sarcophagus. And then 2 more tombstones, and then... I guess I'm just examining shit here. The daggers? Sacrificial ceremonial daggers.
Several daggers in a row. Their shapes and patterns look timeless, elegant.
Oh, please.
What does it say here? The dagger on the left is a replica of the dagger from the tomb of Tutankhamun. It must have been incredibly precious during his lifetime because it's made of iron.
Wow.
Thousands of years before the Ice Age, meteorites were the only source of pure iron. So a star that fell from the sky, bringing a substance that's harder than anything they'd known before, would have been a dramatic event. No wonder they used it to forge a weapon for the godlike pharaoh.
Godlike. Monster kill. Okay. With a dagger, what could be? Ricky? I don't know, bounty hunter.
This shows how the ancient Egyptians were able to move the heavy blocks of stone to build their pyramids and temples. They used ropes, wooden sleds, and poles as levers.
No. What?
These exhibits aren't originals, of course. They're reconstructed, based on old pictures. Nonetheless, it's impressive how they managed to build monuments like the pyramids with such...
A lot of slaves, although they weren't slaves, they were considered working for the god, the pharaoh. So there's nothing here, I guess. Wait. What? There's someone here? Or what?
A figure of Imhotep, who comes in peace.
Imhotep?
From around 2700
yeah, I've seen
BC.
Return of the Mummy.
The first polymath known by name. Godfather of medicine, architect of the first pyramids, and according to legend, the inventor of Egyptian writing. He certainly achieved more than me in his life.
Imhotep.
He was a legend. The Greeks called him a god. The Romans still honored him 3,000 years after his death. Even today, scholars offer a drop of ink to Imhotep when they begin a new project.
Really?
Really impressive.
Oh, that's a lady sitting here.
Impressive, isn't it? Thousands of years old and still beautiful.
That it is. They dug it out of the sand near Thebes over 50 years ago. I was there.
Really?
GG.
I met my husband there. He was an assistant on the dig and was ordered by the director of the excavation to take care of that writer. I financed many excavations in the following years, here in Egypt and in the Near East. I visited my husband, together with our son. It was the best time of my life. But a museum is no place for nostalgia. What can I do for you?
You've had a long and successful life, Lady Westmacott.
It's time to go.
What's that supposed to mean, Mr. Zelda? I should be ready to leave the stage.
Yeah.
Because I'm not.
Oh, I didn't want...
I'm here because life is here, Constable.
Well said.
Or was. I have never lived as much as I have here. No fame, no money can buy that.
I understand.
Really.
I'm sorry, Constable Zellner. Such an outburst isn't fitting for a woman of my age. And an English
please.
woman at that. Let's talk about something else.
Your son. You haven't said much about him. Or perhaps you did. Just not by name.
You're an attentive listener, Mr. Zellner.
I was wondering why you knew so much about Miss Miller's unhappy marriage.
I stopped paying his bar tabs. Stopped paying reporters to hush things up. He got to know her and went with her to America to start a new life. You can change your name easily, but not who you really
Well
are.
said. And there comes Matt.
He has my eyes, doesn't he?
The Part 2 novel is for him, isn't it?
If I couldn't provide Matthew with a good father, then at least I can provide him with a good start in life.
Money? What?
When I was working on the ship, I felt like one of the detectives in your novels.
You were lucky. It was an unusual murder. Most murders happen in the heat of the moment or are committed by idiots. They're uninspired. But Gebhardt thought it through. He could have succeeded.
He could have.
I don't know. He made too many
Really?
mistakes.
He couldn't have known that the Baroness, almost unconscious from the drugs, would lock her cabin door.
How do you
But
know?
that was a risk. The plan was too complicated and sloppily
I
executed.
think she's in on it.
You certainly are a harsh critic, Mr. Zellner.
He could have shot her on the side deck and thrown the weapon into the sea. With no witnesses, no one would have suspected him.
How boring.
Or if it had to be a complicated plan, then he should have worked more carefully. Should have thought of everything, had a plan B in place.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't have enough time. He had only a few hours to plan and commit the murder.
I always plan to
Still,
plan F.
he should have covered his tracks
As
more
in-
carefully. The audio tape, the bloody glove, none of that should have stayed in the medical center.
Wow, we really
Do
talk
you
about him.
think that Dr. Gebhardt was the Raven?
Was? Do you think he's dead?
The letter sounded like he committed suicide.
There's your answer. Does that sound like the Raven?
No.
Being unmasked? Taking the easy way out?
My sentiments exactly. The Raven wouldn't commit murder, get caught, and then jump into the sea.
You don't want everything to be over, do you?
It's my chance to do something great. It can't be over yet.
Beside
At
my
least you
belly.
solved the murder of the Baroness. You're a hero.
That's not how the newspapers see it. Nor I. Something's missing.
I can achieve
achieve
more,
more.
sure.
Careful, Constable. He who flies too close to the sun.
Is that the myth of Icarus?
To be honest, no. The story is Greek, and was only written down 1,000 years later. I was counting on the dramatic effect.
Oh, worked well enough.
Yeah. The Raven.
Let's assume that the thief is still out there. Who is he?
If all this were a novel, then it would be the one you least expect.
Yes.
Is that intended to be a confession, Lady Westmacott?
What do we know about the new Raven?
He's a man who would stop at nothing.
Do we know
Must
he's a
it be
man?
a man? And how do we know that it's just one person? There could be several people collectively pretending to be the Raven.
Yeah, good point.
So, we don't know anything.
Exactly.
That's not completely true. We know that he or she wants the Eye of the Sphinx, and will probably strike here, assuming he or
Tonight.
she hasn't already
Holy
gone.
shit.
It may be the end of the story for me, Lady Westmacott. Inspector Legrand will arrive soon and send me to the hotel. I'll return tonight for the gala, hoping all the while that the Raven does dare to attempt a burglary. Tomorrow morning, I'll have to return to Switzerland. What an unsatisfactory ending
You're Swiss?
that would
You
be.
don't look like one.
It wouldn't be a triumphant ending, but it could be worse. At least you'd still be alive, Constable.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Will you attend the gala tonight, Lady Westmacott?
But of course.
Course.
The antiquities, the delightful atmosphere.
Oh, please.
And who knows? Perhaps there will be another spectacular gathering.
And your cruise?
The ship doesn't leave until tomorrow. And believe me, I'd cancel the cruise
Wow.
for this.
As always, it was an entertaining and enlightening chat, Lady
I agree.
Westmacott.
I'm going to
Lady
miss our little
Westmacott.
chats, Constable Zellner. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Constable. Let's move on. Let her stare at the wall. Wow. Oh, Matt is here. I could barely see him. Matt, your mother's worried you're gonna break everything.
Ahoy, Matt!
The statue was talking.
Yeah, right.
The statue was talking?
Yes.
And what did it say?
It said it was...
What?
That's
What?
a very bad word.
I know.
And an English one. Don't you think it's odd that an old Egyptian statue speaks English?
Don't you think it's odd that a statue speaks at all?
That would have been my next question.
What did she say? Oh my
And,
god.
Is the statue talking to you right now?
Do you think I'm nuts?
No, of course not. I just thought you might have much better ears than me. Ears that can hear statues.
Some
Sure.
cop you are, Mr. Zellner. This is a mystery, and you're just making jokes.
So he
You're
did hear a
right.
statue
It's
talk.
just...
Don't you believe me?
Of course not.
Do I believe that an old Egyptian statue without a mouth or vocal cords spoke to you? No.
But
But that doesn't mean that you didn't hear something.
Good point.
We should try to find out what or who you heard.
There must be something behind the statue.
okay.
What did he hear? Bollocks or something? Someone was pushing someone? There is something here. Looks suspicious.
I'm almost a bit envious of you.
Yeah, let's
Going
see.
up the Nile on a ship, it must be great.
It must
Yeah,
be.
I guess.
All
You
the
don't sound so
mosquitoes,
keen.
all the
I think
crocodiles.
my mom wants the professor to come too.
And you don't?
Oh,
You can't tell
goddamn
me.
ginger.
What if Mom marries the professor and doesn't work with the lady anymore? We'd have to move to London, and I'd have to go to a new school.
You don't go to school anyway, I can see you.
You like your life as it is, and you don't want to change a thing,
No
right?
one likes to change.
But have you ever thought about whether your mother is happy? The world doesn't revolve around you, you know. If you're unhappy,
little redhead.
you have to do something. Sometimes you have to take a chance. And in that case, you need all the help you can get.
Well said.
You mean Mom isn't happy?
I don't know. What do you think?
What do you think? Let's see. What? I didn't think it would get anything in. Oh, that's the professor.
This will all be over soon.
Also handsome.
Then I'll finally have time for you.
We wanted to head back to the hotel.
Certainly. And tonight at the gala, I'll show you around the museum, okay?
Oh
and
yeah, the gala.
have you made up your mind about the cruise?
Oh,
Well,
we will go on a cruise.
I don't really know.
Go tell her. Nice sweater.
Oh,
How
come
old
on,
is that
Mom.
shit?
Who could teach us more about
11?
Egypt than the professor?
Yeah.
Then it's settled.
Professor. Wow. They're all red-headed.
I didn't expect you to say that.
Nice.
Well, Mom, sometimes you have to take a chance.
Well, well, well.
Well, who wants ice cream?
Me! Actually, Mr. Zellner still owes me some.
Hop. Let's get a move on. What did we wrote here? Hello? There it is. What? A rather valuable ruby was stolen from the British Museum in London. One of the two legendary eyes of the Sphinx. It's a ruby. No next? No secrets? Look around. Should use the time before the safe rounds to have a look around. Well, I did look around, I didn't find anything. Dr. Gebhardt. I'm looking around. Let's enter the gut room, but I think the safe already arrived. Well, that's not good. I used my time to chat with the little redhead.
Locked.
Oh.
The door is closed if the guard room isn't occupied.
That makes sense.
Though
Yeah.
I would have expected the guard room to be occupied all the time, especially on a day like today.
Okay, but maybe they're moving the safe, or I don't know. I don't see a toilet inside. Okay, what do we have here? It's a banner?
Exclusive and unique. The eyes of the Sphinx exhibited together for the first time ever. Hopefully the visitors will be satisfied with a single eye. Otherwise, all this effort will be for nothing.
Yeah, I think it will be for nothing. Oh, that's the treasure chamber. Now I wanna check a look here. There's a newspaper? What? I can barely see that shit. I randomly clicked on it. Well, okay, I guess I have to hack the monitor.
I can't read what it says, but the cover features a dashing picture of Legrand.
Oh, yeah.
It shows an energetic young man photographed from beneath, against the sky. That's
Nice.
the look of a man who can catch a thief and murderer in a single day.
Well said. Okay. What do we have here?
Ancient Egyptian jewelry. I like that golden signet ring with a scarab made of jasper. In ancient Egypt, these beetles were regarded as symbols of fertility. Nowadays, we just call them
Dung
dung
beetles,
beetles.
yeah.
I suppose the beetles don't really care.
Yeah. As long as they keep pushing their dung around. Go to the front. That's pretty significant here. It's only the newspaper I can look at. Right? Yeah, I guess we'll have to enter the treasure chamber. I think more of this is talking around.
A great moment. Professor Lucien, your key, please.
Oh, I think
Yes. Well,
Come on, Professor.
give the
but you
key.
have to realize that...
Thank you.
It's gonna be a curse. Okay.
Finally.
What?
But
But
Professor?
I wanted to give you this.
my resignation. Oh. Well said. He had it in his pocket the whole time.
Well, after the burglary in London, I thought the eye might not be safe on its way to Egypt. So I
Yeah.
secretly took it when I was supposed to place it in the safe in London.
how dare you?
I felt that I should leave the jewel to someone I trusted completely. Myself.
But the jewel was safe. From London to here, no one had an opportunity to steal it.
Really?
I beg your pardon, my dear colleague. But if that were true, I wouldn't have had it.
Congratulations, Professor Lucien. You fooled everyone, it seems. The honor is yours.
Place it. Unless that's a fake now. He just had it. And he was angry.
Well, that's that. Shall I explain the security system to you, Inspector?
To me,
French
please.
ambassador summoned me. I have to get in touch with him.
Oh
The
yeah.
press is besieging the embassy, and I have to answer their questions.
Oh yeah.
But you absolutely must come tonight. The opening of the exhibition will be the highlight of the year, and you are my special guest.
Oh my god, this
I will
shirt.
see what I can do.
It's really
Zellner,
disturbing.
Will you have a look at the security precautions? We'll see each other tonight.
Yeah.
Of course, but
Wait, Inspector. I'll join you.
Well, here we are.
Let's
the
see.
inspector will answer the reporter's questions for the next few hours. And
Few
I-
hours.
Well,
I have a
I
gawa
won't
to.
take up too much of your time. I'll take a look around and then go lie down so that I'm ready for tonight.
Yeah. With my age, a short nap around afternoon is always a good way to go.
What's in the other display cases?
other valuable originals. The eyes of the Sphinx would have been the highlights of our
What?
exhibition.
This is the exhibition?
Now that we only have one left, it doesn't really outshine the other valuables anymore. This room is full of world-class treasures.
Oh, really? So this is the mask? What? Go outside? No, that was everything here? What? Maybe there's someone in the sarcophagus. If I have to move there to look around.
Many people picture a stone coffin when they hear the word sarcophagus, but this one is wooden. As usual, an ornamental representation of the deceased is painted on the outside in gold and other colors.
Yeah, as usual. Why is it wooden though? And how has it survived in like, I don't know, 3000 years? Okay, security camera.
What's that? A camera?
The latest model. It's called video surveillance.
Oh,
I've
wow.
heard about that. The images are recorded and can be viewed
Can you
again later.
believe that?
That's right. Images from all three cameras are recorded
You have
in the
3
car.
cameras in the... Oh, impressive
As I
shit.
said, we've spared no effort and no expense.
I can't sound serious when I say it. What the hell is this? What? I have wallet?
I didn't have to pay for the cruise, and the French embassy is taking care of the hotel, which is lucky. I certainly would have had a tough time getting the expenses back from my captain.
Oh, captain, my captain. Okay, so there's nothing here. The mysteries grew. Let's talk about the display case then. Let's see. There will be one gem
How
in it.
is the display case protected?
It's not.
It's made of bulletproof glass that's several centimeters thick. You'd need heavy machinery to open it.
All
But
well
even
placed.
The smallest disturbance of the display case will set off the alarm.
Can we test? What? That's only it?
Doesn't look half bad. A glass cutter wouldn't be much use. Is
Really?
the display case anchored to the floor?
Why do you ask?
The Raven once stole a whole display case in St. Petersburg instead of just taking the jewels out of it.
Such an attempt would fail here. The display case is bolted to the floor and weighs several hundred kilograms.
Yeah, at least they choose the... not the Imperial Classic stupid system. And it's in kilograms. Good job, game developers. Okay. That's it. So it's bolted. Why can't he just blow it up? It's not like the rupee is gonna, I don't know, evaporate. Just throw dynamite in. It's gonna be noise anyway. You have to create a distraction. And there you go. I guess I can't do anything more here. Other valuables in the room. What's being written? I don't get it.
If the alarm is set off, the metal gate descends. The same thing happens at the windows and the main entrance.
Okay.
The thief is trapped like a rat.
Like a rat. I like it. Can we test it?
As are we.
Next, I'll show you our
Why is
guard
this so
room,
bad?
the heart of the whole security system. And after that, I'll have to excuse myself.
What?
Alert the guards. Then call the French embassy. Legrand needs to come. We're being
Oh,
locked out.
oh no. I knew it! He's gonna blow it up. And there is a feather of Raven. GG, we're gonna end up with a cliffhanger. The explosion is always the safest way, just like, what are they gonna
Here,
fucking
have a
do?
seat and try to calm down.
How can I be calm? The people are gonna come from the gala and see the blown up. Oh my god. He may steal everything actually. If there is a way out. And according to the redhead, there is, since he heard something from behind the statue. Well, this and everything else when we come back. So, where's the new save game? Ah, here. Okay, so I'm DinXy and you're watching the Raven walkthrough. Make sure to follow me to keep up with the next videos. See you next time.